Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
When Brad Bark was here, Dr. Brad Bark with Bark Chiropractic and Brian Chick, a couple of, last month? With Rockin' on Sycamore. This is really exciting. Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. I saw this last night on Facebook, and from 2 nights of live music in downtown Muscatine, the community and the support and the sponsors of Rockin' on Sycamore, as you can see right there, $15,250 donated yesterday to Shop with a Cop. And if you're unfamiliar with Shop with a Cop, that will allow, and we did the math, 50 kids in Muscatine will be able to purchase Christmas presents alongside Muscatine's finest police officers for their family members. And sometimes the misconception with Shop with a Cop is that these kids are going to buy presents for themselves, and that's not the case. It's so that they can purchase things for their families, and they would otherwise not be able to. So when you talk about $15,250 from 2 nights, that is a big deal, and it's worth recognizing. Can we show the picture one more time, Chad? That was Rockin' on Sycamore. It was live music Friday, Saturday. If I remember correctly, it was July 12th and 13th, downtown Muscatine. Why is Tony Keys so tan? Detective Keys, you can spot him in the picture. There he is, Mr. Clean's bodyguard. He's a friend, I can say this. I even tagged him in my post. Why is he so tan? It's because he loves boating, is what he replied. Tony's great. Dr. Brad Bark in the middle, Brian Chick, and Officer Whitney Pena. I feel bad. I don't know the other officer's name in the green shirt, but I know everybody else, and what an unbelievable achievement for them, and think about all the good that will do. And as I said in my post on Facebook, we can quickly get lost in the negatives, right? There's some people online that only see the negatives, and boy, if you know, you don't have to look too far to see good things happening, and that's a great example right there. So shout out to everybody that was involved with that. I'll briefly mention, if you don't want to cook dinner tonight on Thursday, the 15th of August, starting at 4 o'clock, Thursday night steak dinner will get you taken care of here at the store. You can dine in, ticket to go, whatever you need. Maybe you don't want to fire up the grill, you're out of propane, or you don't want to do any of that work. You don't have to. The crew will be ready to go starting at 4, so don't miss out on that. Okay, speaking of good things happening in the community, wow, and I don't even know if you can tell that I've got an awesome new bracelet, wristband, whatever you want to say, but our next 2 guests are definitely associated with a lot of good. Jim Hayes is back on the show, I think for a 2nd or 3rd time with Crossroads, and Shannon Johnson is here for her first time for sure, and we're going to talk about the Crossroads Carnival, which is coming up. Jim, great to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
You have the same one on, Shannon. Oh, well, okay.
We're matching.
This is a thing. So, Crossroads Inc. here in Muscatine, on Hauser Street, now even closer to where I live since I moved recently. Fantastic place. Before we really get into, guys, the carnival, which again is coming up on the 24th, for the folks that are watching, I don't assume that everybody knows, and we did this the last time you were here. Right. I don't assume that everybody knows what's going on in Crossroads. They might just drive by it every day. So can we give them maybe some background, some history, and then maybe even what's happening right now while you're both here?
Sure. Crossroads has been part of our community for 50 years. This is actually our 50th anniversary this year, and we're really helping people reach their greatest potential. That's really our goal, and that's our mission. We do all sorts of things. We work with people with intellectual disabilities, and we have the workshop, and a lot of people know about the workshop.
Sure.
But they don't know about some of the other things we do. We do some things like we have supported community living homes where people with disabilities can live and try to live as normal a life as possible.
Yep.
And we provide staff to support them. They cook themselves, they go on trips, they do all sorts of things, and our staff helps them where they need help and help them reach their goals.
It's really incredible, and Shannon's the newest member of the team, I think.
She is.
Yep, one of the newest.
Yeah, when did you come to Crossroads?
July 1st.
Oh my gosh! All
so
right.
It's very new.
Way to
She
hit the
is.
ground running.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome aboard. We got this giant annual event. Here you
Right.
go.
Yes, exactly.
So for you, Shannon, Crossroads is a wonderful place, and it seems, knowing you like I have for these years, it seems pretty clear to me why you would want to be part of an organization like Crossroads. I mean, I myself, I don't know. I mean, if I had hours in the day, I would like to just hang out because I love the clients so much, and genuinely do. But what was it about this opportunity that made you want to be on the Crossroads team?
So I had worked with individuals with disabilities for about the past 10 years. I had received my degree in social work, and I initially worked with them in supported community living aspect as well in Iowa City. And then when I moved to Muscatine, I started working at Goodwill and did employment services where I developed jobs for individuals with disabilities. I helped my in-laws with Yaki Shack for the past 5 years or so, where we employed people with disabilities, and so I just knew that I wanted to get back into that.
Well, it's an awesome opportunity, Jim, when you have someone that has that much experience, right, that can kind of really, hit the ground running, because there's a lot going on at Crossroads all the time. I mean, it's a very busy place. I dropped in the other day with roses, unannounced, which is probably not how you want people to show up, unless it's maybe with roses.
That's
and
okay.
Stuff.
You came bearing gifts, so it's all right.
I feel like I may have a slight hall pass or a pass. That picture right there, I just want to say that, I wish I could see this group more than I do, because I showed up, we were doing this thing with the roses, kablooming different individuals and organizations. I showed up unannounced, and it was unbelievable timing. Shannon was like, everybody's about to go on break, and then kind of found myself in the break room, and the break starts, and I don't know how many folks are working there, how many clients. I mean, is it over 70?
It was over 70,
Yeah.
yes.
That day there were 75 people, and if I knew 73 of them, I wouldn't be exaggerating.
Right.
And I got so many hugs and high fives, and it was just great. And I've known a lot of these folks for several years. I mean, even when if I date myself, when I was on the radio in the Quad Cities 10 years ago, I would get to know them because they'd see them at the Mississippi Valley Fair or whatever. But certainly in my time in Muscatine, and yeah, I don't know, it's just such a great feeling seeing them. And at the same time, they're there doing a job, and it helps them so much, right? I mean, there's not a lot of places that have opportunities for folks with intellectual disabilities and some physical disabilities. So for Crossroads to be there, I mean, it's really a big deal, and you deserve a lot of recognition for it.
Well, you do too, because your participation in our annual Christmas party, our clients they look forward to that so much. They would like every day to be Christmas.
I'd be happy to show up every Friday and play music for them. Trust me.
They would love it, because they just I've never seen them just so lively and so engaged as when they're dancing around and trying to take your microphone from you and all that fun stuff.
We have a lot of singing along that happens. That Christmas party.
That is true.
I've pretty much told Jim and everybody at Crossroads, I'm like, you don't even really have to ask me anymore. Just tell me the date and I'll be there, because it is so
That's great.
Rewarding. But these are my friends at this point, so it's like I look forward to seeing them, and I get to see a lot of them in the store, and it's just wonderful. And how you can help out Crossroads is in a couple different ways, but certainly, next Saturday, the 24th, the Carnival is a great annual event, and what it does, Shannon and Jim, is it brings people to you, right? It's fun, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of games, and it's family fun, and it's also about bringing people onto the property, and if they're there to have a good time and they can learn what's going on, that's great. And whatever brings them to you, you want them to have a good time, and this is going to be great. Does it start at 11 a.m. on the 24th?
That's correct.
Okay.
And it's fun for everybody. I
Sure.
mean, there's silent auction items. We've got some really great items that Shannon has put together.
Sure.
And so, there's things to do for the adults. There'll be food there, games for kids. it's a great family outing for Saturday.
So let's talk about some of the silent. I don't know if it looks like you have a
Yeah.
list of stuff, and I love a good silent auction. I'm always good for bidding people up, which is something I'm known for. So what can people expect? And there's the flyer on the screen, by the way, next Saturday, the 24th. We would be having this conversation next week, but I'm off next week, so we're a little bit ahead of the game, but definitely want to see you there. So what do we have on the list, Shannon?
There's a few autographed pictures. We have the Chicago Bears 6 liters laser autograph picture.
Awesome.
We also have an autograph picture from Chicago Cubs, Jason Hayward. We have some gift cards from Casey's. We have several hotels and casino one-night stays with buffets. We have some museum admission tickets, the National Mississippi River Museum.
That place is great in Dubuque.
It's really cool.
Look at this on the screen. Holy
Yeah.
moly, look at the Bears autograph.
Yes.
The Chicago native in me is like, take my money, Crossroads. Look at that. That is super cool. Football season is almost here. And again, when you can reach out to organizations that will send things like that, I mean, a lot of these sports teams, they just get it. That's super cool for a Cubs fan, Jason Hayward.
So is
Yeah.
that a $100 bid from you? On any
Well,
of these?
Mr. Hayes, I will send you my bidding after the show.
Just
sir. Thank you. That's 4 general admission tickets to football, maybe for Illinois State, it looked like.
Yes, it was Illinois State.
Niabi Zoo.
Yeah.
What a great place that is. Like, this is great. So
Carousel
again,
rides.
there is definitely a lot of fun and games going on. But yeah, if you want to jump in on some silent auction stuff, we encourage you to be there. And it's got to feel good for you, Shannon, when you can reach out, whether these places are in the community or outside of Muscatine, and have them understand what you're all about.
They're so supportive.
Right?
Once they hear what the mission is and what we're doing, they're more than happy to support our cause.
It's just great. Riverside, always very generous. I know they do a lot. Rhythm City Casino has the same ownership group as Riverside, which is awesome. What were you going to say, Jim?
Well, I was going to say that there is music there. So, if you're just fired up about dancing in the street, I mean, we can do that. And some of our staff have volunteered to take a pie in the face.
Oh,
And
boy.
so that'll be an interesting...
What time is that at? Not that I want to throw a pie. In
2
anybody's
o'clock
face.
is when
that'll
we'll be doing the pie in the face.
That'll be 2 o'clock.
Yep.
Did you mean that you were volunteering to take a pie in the
I
face
haven't.
as
Yeah.
I
as the
sure
boss?
am trying.
I haven't yet, but she keeps,
Yeah.
she's pretty persistent.
At our meetings
Yeah.
yesterday, I'm like, I didn't see your names come up.
See, here's the thing. I've been asked, did you have the dunk tank this year or no?
We do not.
Good, because I had been asked in my life, I've probably been asked to be in a dunk tank, and I'm not exaggerating, 20 times. And I've said no every single time.
Good for you.
Thank you. Greg Dwyer with Dwyer and Michaels, who's a longtime friend of mine, gave me some advice early. He said, if people don't like you, you'll be really wet. So don't go in a dunk tank. And I never have. The Crossroads Carnival every year, I'm like, I just don't want to do it. Pie in the face all day. I've done that. I'll take one for the team. Not a
There you
problem.
go. Sign
All
him
right,
up.
you're nominated.
Well, I don't know if I meant for this year. I mean, my coworker Delmer Coolers, he'd take a pie in the face, no problem. He loves helping out people. Oh, hey, Delmer, good to see you over there. But it is a good cause, and really, again, if you're watching, and maybe you've participated in the carnival over the years, I think so long as the weather cooperates. Given the location the Crossroads is at, right on Hauser Street, you have so much traffic. I mean, I've been at the event and watched people just drive past, come back, and pull in and have a good time. And sometimes you got to park in the grass, which is a good problem.
Yeah,
So-
we have a good crowd.
And this, I imagine that this is an important function that you need to be successful, right? I mean, whether you're relying on X amount of dollars, we don't have to get that deep into it, but I know that you want it to be a good time for the public and for the clients as well to come and have fun, but it also serves function for part of the organization, right?
Well, it does, and the neat thing is the community involvement, because we have volunteers not only from within Crossroads, the employees, but we also have volunteers from the community, school groups, and others are coming in and helping us with different aspects of the, we have a bake sale, we have all kinds of stuff
great.
going on.
Do you need anything at this point? I wrote that down, and I don't even know why I wrote it down, but I always feel like, do you need volunteers still for the carnival? Do you need anything in general?
Sure.
We can always use more volunteers,
Okay.
and we're looking for more items for the silent auction.
Okay.
So if anyone's interested in helping
Yep.
with that.
So you're saying that if I, and I'm not saying that I have anything, but I have I have a basement now that I could display some of my trinkets that I have autographed. So if I came across anything that maybe I could part with,
Sure.
I'd be like any autograph. I have a lot of autographed Alice Cooper stuff. Maybe I'll.
And we could use your $100 bid on the Bears
Right, you
autograph.
keep coming back to that hundo. Like I got them in my pocket right now,
That's
Mr.
right.
Hayes. You
Well,
know this.
I know.
X-ray
That's right.
glasses. That's why. What about Shannon? As far as sponsors of the carnival, if you want to recognize any of them,
Yeah,
feel
absolutely.
Free to, because again, it's important for people to understand. You know, on this show, we talk about a lot of events and places going on after you guys head out. We're talking about Almost Friday Fest, and they have a lot of good support. And these businesses and industry get asked a lot, and I'll be darned if they ever say no, right? And that is unbelievable when you really think about how much all of these various companies, large or small, give and support. And I know you have that for the carnival as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We had 3 different sponsorship levels, and H&I and Kent were our gold sponsors. We also had First National Bank, Musco Lighting, and Bayer at the silver.
Isn't that awesome,
Yeah,
Jim? I mean,
absolutely.
you know, you both have been in the community a while and get this, but I mean, I just, you know, I don't want to say that it's something that you can just assume is going to happen. Nobody takes it for granted, but there again, like what a great list, right? I mean, all those organizations are connected in so many ways, but they certainly identify the good things that happen at Crossroads, and they want to be a part of it.
Well, it speaks to the good cause that we have.
Sure.
I think they want to support the community. They want to support our clients and make sure the programs that we have are right for them.
Sure.
The other piece of it is we can help them a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of work that goes on at Crossroads, putting parts together for H&I and different other industries around. And we also are starting to get into moving some of our clients out of the workshop and putting them in the workplace.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
they'll be there with a job coach.
Yep.
And the job coach will kind of help them integrate into the workforce and the natural workplace. So
Again, you know, we talk about 50 years of Crossroads. Next year, 2020, 50 years of Special Olympics in Muscatine. We do a pretty darn good job of taking care of folks that need a little extra help. And it's something that is, again, worth saying as loud and as proudly as we can, because it doesn't happen everywhere, right? And, you know, for the families, I know that it's such a great, Crossroads is such a great resource to have, and we're looking at kind of the history right now on the website, and it can change people's lives, right?
It can.
And I know that both of you know that, but if you're watching, and again, you drive past Crossroads and you have no context for what's happening, you can at least appreciate the fact that it is making a big impact on their lives. And then you mentioned being able to help folks live on their own with a little support. I mean, that independence is worth gold, right? And I don't even want to think about a community like Muscatine without a Crossroads.
Well,
right?
the other impact you don't think about is the impact on the client, because there was a video going around, and it showed a client who had Down syndrome, and he had gotten a job at McDonald's, and he was working. It showed him interacting with the customers. Customers loved him. His coworkers loved him. He was just so proud to be actually working now that he was out of high school and all that. And the interviewer asked him, said, well, are you handicapped? And he says, well, I used to be.
Huh.
And now I'm not, because I have a job. You know, I can pay my way, I can move around, and I'm independent. So it's that perception of the client that's, oh, okay, well, I can lead a normal life too.
It's powerful. I mean, it
is.
really is, and that's how I felt when I was there bringing roses. I mean, I love that group. I mean, I can't say it enough. Like, and it's not because you're here. I mean, I wish I might just stop in more often. I'm off next week. Maybe I'll just pop in and see the crew or bring them donuts or something. I don't know. I mean, it's just a great group, and I mean, I think a lot of us can have empathy and understand that everybody has their own challenges in life, right? And I'm thankful that in my family, my cousin Michelle, who was handicapped, she's like 45. So my whole life I've known, Michelle is just my cousin, and I don't really see differences I don't see disabilities in people, and that's where it's just my brother-in-law Nolan, who a lot of people know. So I don't know. I can't say enough about what y'all are doing, and it's a big deal. And I hope that if you're watching this, at the very least, again, you make plans to stop by the carnival and say hi. And if you are fortunate enough to know any of these clients that are there every day, you know, just I don't know, just be a good friend to them and say hi when you see them out and about. I mean, like I said, I'd love to come over and do bingo for them, or
They'd love that.
Yeah, I just always feel like there's more that I can do personally, and maybe it's just coming on here and making sure everybody knows about the carnival and then stopping by and seeing everybody. So
Yeah.
I appreciate what y'all are doing. The carnival is going to be a big success. It's a lot of fun. I love the silent auction items. Jim's already put me down for $100 bids, so I got that going for me, which is nice.
Yep.
So I'll just give you my credit card now, I guess. I don't know if you want a check or a novelty check or what.
If it would help, you could pay an installment.
Oh,
if
thank you
want.
very much. Oh, I've known Jim Hayes too long. He gets me every time. Thank you for being here. Thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
Shannon, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Newest member of the team, Jim Hayes, Shannon Johnson, Crossroads, Muscatine. I really appreciate this. I will keep this forever for sure.
Great.
And it fit too.
That's good.
Made it happen. Not even a little snug. It's great. And I love that it says reach your greatest potential, and then Crossroads Inc. on the other side. All right, Chad, can we leave the folks watching with the flyer for the carnival? And then maybe we'll cut to the aisle camera as we get ready to talk to our friends with Almost Friday Fest. We just, talking about Bayers supporting this great carnival. Chris Bohr from Bayers waiting in the wings to come on to talk about Almost
Great.
Friday Fest and all these good things happening. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. It's on the screen right there. Next Saturday, August 24th, 11 to 3 at Crossroads, 1424 Hauser Street here in Muscatine. If you need more info, if you want to be a part of it, please reach out to Shannon. Her contact info is on the screen right there. We're talking a ton of family fun. Shannon's email's there, phone number's there, with the extension. I called yesterday. I didn't know your extension. It's all right. I kind of was like, I can't remember who I talked to at the front desk, but I was just like, hey, it's Tony at Hy-Vee. I don't know how. She's like, oh, I'll get you taken care of. So we made that happen. Bounce houses, carnival games, pie in the face, bingo, bake sale, silent auction, 50-50 raffle, music and food. It'll be a good time for sure. Don't miss it. All right, let's go, if we could, to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and then we'll take the cart cam for a spin, and we'll have Chris and Brenda. You can start heading this way, ladies. They at this point, I can just go and they can just take over the show. They've been here so much, my goodness. And in the aisle cam, we're looking at some lemon meringue pie and some coconut meringue pie. Now, I don't know if Crossroads, the pie in the face of Crossroads is going to be a coconut meringue pie, but that would be a delicious thing to get involved with, right? You got to look at it that way, folks.
For you, we'll do that.
Thank you, Jim. Jim says, for my $100 contribution, I can pick the pie to take in the face, everybody. That is awesome. That is awesome. I just love that everybody knows each other. So, like, right now, they're having a good chat. So, all right, Steve has got the Toyota Muscatine car cam. Steve, here's what I'm thinking today, pal. It's National Relaxation Day. It's also a full moon. I'm turning into a werewolf. Steve, we're going to go down aisle 11. I want you to grab a MyPillow. So you're going to go straight, bust a left, and then look for the MyPillow guy with that fantastic mustache. And bring one of them back if you could. Because it is National Relaxation Day. I don't know if you knew that was happening on August 15th. It's also National Chant at the Moon Day. So it is going to be a full moon. So you can chant or howl at the moon. I bought a lottery. Did I win the Powerball last night? I bought a ticket last night, and if I'm sitting here with the winning ticket, I quit. I just want to put that out there, and I'm donating all my money to keep Muscatine beautiful. And it's also Indian Independence Day. So here goes Steve cruising on the wheels of steel. Shout out to Kyle Avis on Facebook. Says, good morning, Tony and the Crossroads team. Trisha says, nice job, Jim and Shannon. Yes, you know what? Listen, I can't say enough about Crossroads and the clients there that I know that are my friends. They're just fantastic. All right, so here goes Steve with the Toyota Muscatine car cam. He's going to go left, and here comes the MyPillow guy right to the right. It's National Relaxation Day. Now, listen, I have 2 MyPillows at my house.
Do you like them?
I do like them. Are the ladies wired for sound, Chad? Chris and Brenda are here. Look at this, the MyPillow guy.
Try a MyPillow.
I feel like
see a MyPillow.
I like it. I don't like him on the box. But
kind
it's
of
okay.
A little creepy.
A little bit. I'm sure he's a good partner with Hy-Vee, and I probably shouldn't say that. It's a great product. I have 2 of them. They were Christmas gifts, and it's one of those things, you get a pillow in a box, and you're like, oh, it's pretty darn comfortable. And
Does it keep you cool?
Yes, and it supports, and there's Kay. We got Kay on camera. Oh, she's going to be mad at me. We got, now, Steve, I hope you grabbed the king-size pillow, because Tony is king-size. Look, Steve's like, I don't think I got the king-size one. It supports my big head. I got a huge head. You both know me. Size 8 hat. Gotta have the biggest pillow available. Let's see. Steve's like, I didn't get the right size. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm a king-size person. Maybe I'll buy this one. I think they're relatively cheap. All right, Chris Bohr, Brenda Christensen in the house. I'm off next week, but I will be 100% at Almost Friday Fest.
Good.
On Thursday, August 22nd. Oh my gosh, before we even talk about what's happening next Thursday, week from today for Almost Friday Fest, I just want to recap July.
Holy camole.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So, note to self, me, get there earlier.
Yeah.
I got the last spot near the Pearl City Station or the red brick building, and then I literally called Chris Anderson, who got a golf cart to pick me up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just special for me. You have these amazing volunteers driving golf carts. I hopped on the golf cart. I got off the golf cart, ran up to the stage, started talking, no script, all stream of consciousness. This unbelievable band starts rocking, Crazy Delicious. And then the riverfront, my friends, was beyond packed. I don't even know if you had a head count.
No.
It was impossible to keep track unless you had somebody with that clicker thing.
Some people think we had like 1,500 people there.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
it was 1,500 people.
I know about 45 minutes into it, Chris
Yeah.
and I ran into each other in the crowd and we're like, oh my God, there's still people coming.
I know.
What are we
Yes,
going to
sir.
do?
Here's my pillow. I'm gonna bring this to Almost Friday Fest next Thursday. Can I get an endorsement deal from this guy? Look at the size of that box. It's a pillow in a box, everybody. Like, what do I have to do to get some of that
got
My
plastic
Pillow
on it.
money?
Yeah, we
It's
can't
pretty
even feel it.
comfortable. I wouldn't be surprised if it were 1,500 people. It was unbelievable, and it just felt so good.
It
It
did.
did.
Right?
It really did.
I mean, the band was perfect.
The weather was good.
The weather cooperated. The vendors were running out of food.
The beer was cold.
The beer was cold.
It took, you know how many bags of ice we had to use?
How many?
I bet 100.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
And that contrary beer that they made for y'all.
We
Yeah.
ran out.
So good.
Did you get one?
Well, a couple, so without outing myself.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then I actually, when I stopped down at Contrary the other day, I got a crowler of it that's still in my garage. I mean,
Well, they had to brew another batch, so
Oh.
we're going to have 2 kegs this time.
It's
so,
unbelievable. It was
yeah.
such a great event. Chad, one of the pictures I sent you from the Keep Muscatine Beautiful Facebook page was kind of like a crowd shot.
Yeah.
And it was unreal. I mean, really, to have that many people. I mean, that's what you want to happen, right? That's best case scenario is that people understand. Look at that, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that really gives you the scope of what this event is all about. Bounce houses, food vendors, those ladies right there having
Yeah,
a great time.
I know,
Pop-up
right?
chairs.
All ages. That was one thing I
Right.
loved about
Yeah.
that picture. It's all ages of people in it. It's
And
just
as
crazy.
far as I know, you can see some Muscatine police officers there.
Yeah.
Everybody got along. I don't think there
Yeah.
were any
No
issues.
issues.
At all. And you're talking about 1,000+ people in the same place. I don't know what to say besides congrats. It was awesome.
Thanks.
And that's what we want to see happen
Yeah.
next Thursday. It's great timing. You know, school starts for some kids that Friday, so one last chance to kind of
Yeah.
let loose, have fun, and it's going to be
still
great.
have them home in bed by 8 o'clock, ready to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brenda. Whose kids go to bed at 8 without a fight?
I don't know. I don't have kids at home.
We're looking at, I'm very jealous. We're looking at the screen, August 22nd, live music, Aftershock.
Yes.
Okay. Aftershock is going to be a blast.
They are awesome.
So
They're
this-
mine and Chris's favorite, so
Yeah.
expect us to be having fun
and they,
in August, not working.
They're going to be doing, you'll be,
Oh no, I am drinking and having fun.
will you have any type of, because the band, they sound good, but they also look the part.
Yeah.
Will either of you be dressing like any members of Aftershock next Thursday at Almost Friday Fest?
Probably not.
But
Okay.
you might catch us on stage.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, listen, if they need me to sing any Poison songs, you know, I do know Bret Michaels a little bit, so I could get up
Yep.
there and sing. It's a really good time. And again, if you're watching, if you missed Almost Friday Fest so far, it costs you nothing to show up at the riverfront.
Yep, it's
Bring
free.
the family, right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you want to grab something to drink or eat, cool. And what I liked about the setup or the layout for July's event, everything was right there. So even if you had
Right.
to park, you know, near the spray fountain, you hopped on a golf cart, they took you to the event, And then you had an option, so many options for food. And one of the things I wanted to ask for next week, again, August 22nd, Almost Friday Fest, downtown Muscatine, have we added anything? So we've got Aftershock with live music. We'll have great cold beverages available, including the Contrary Almost Friday Fest beer. Any additions to the food vendors or...
We have added a food vendor.
Okay.
We've added a vendor from the Quad Cities that does more of carnival type food. So it'll be snow cones,
Awesome.
funnel cakes, that kind of stuff. More carnival food.
Forget my diet.
And then as far as other additions, we have added some vendor booths. And they will be located in front of the basketball courts in tents. We've added 10 vendors, kind of a big variety.
10 is great.
Yep.
And we have a waiting list. I mean,
we do have a
people want
waiting
in,
list.
So we're going to see how the vendor thing goes and then kind of go from there.
This is our year to keep trying new things,
I
and
love
we're
that
doing
you're-
it.
Again, you could rest on the laurels of July's event and go, okay. But yeah, no, bringing in vendors is great. I think I saw Jessica Myers going to be there. She has that business in Iowa City, right?
She's teaming up
Can't
with
remember the name
Uncommon
of it.
Style.
That's right, okay.
Yep.
So the
Yeah.
Uncommon Styles in Muscatine, Jess's place is in Iowa City.
They're
gonna
teaming
have
up
a space
together for
available.
event.
It's great.
We have some
The
farmers
farmers markets are coming.
Cool.
Vendors from the farmers
Yeah.
market and vendors from the Wild Thing.
It's
So we'll have a
absolutely
variety
fantastic.
of venders,
Yeah.
and
It's
you'll
gonna
be able
a
to
big
shop
deal.
them on your way in. They'll hold
Sure.
your stuff that you can pick up on your way out.
It's just fantastic. Again, what I love about the event is that it doesn't go on super late, and that's a very good choice that you made.
Well, then
early
they can
on.
go on downtown to
Yeah,
Support our downtown businesses.
yeah, and that's what it's all about, right? Is getting out and
Sometime
about and
between
supporting
Monday and
everybody.
Thursday,
Okay, so we're
everyone
talking
says
August
it's a
22nd.
Friday.
It's Aftershock. It's going to be a good time, and it's right in downtown Muscatine. September is the last. Almost
It is, and we've had a
Friday
few
Fest.
changes to our September
I see
lineup.
Joey Pete on
Joey
the website.
Pete is on there.
I saw Joey Pete
Yep.
this past weekend. He does a great job.
Yep.
So he'll be playing music.
He's going to play from 5 to 6:30.
Perfect, okay.
And then at 7 o'clock, we're having the Funktastic 5.
Wow, that's news to me. That is
Yeah.
super
This
cool.
is our official announcement right here.
Okay.
So we're going to run a little later in September. We're going to go maybe till 8:30 or 9.
Oh, you rebels!
Yeah.
On a school night.
I know.
On a work night. Funktastic 5.
Have you ever heard of?
Have I ever heard them? I've
They
known
are
those guys
amazing.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Craig and Whistle, William. William is the lead singer. His nickname is Whistle. Yeah, Funktastic 5 have been a Quad City staple for
Yeah.
15 years, if not more.
Yeah.
Not to date those guys, but they do a great job, and they've
We're
played
excited.
all over that. And
Yeah.
they've only been in Muscatine a handful of times. I guess I've lived here 7 years. They've probably been down here 2 or 3 times, and people love Funk 5. So good choice. And Joey Pete's great. He'll do an excellent job. So you go from Joey Pete to Funktastic 5, and that is September 26th.
6th, yep.
Wow, that'll be here just as soon as we know it. And again, all we need is the weather to cooperate. And
Looks like it's going to. And then we are kind of committing ourselves to next year.
Oh, okay.
Because we hired a band for
We
June
hired a band.
already.
Oh, wow, you booked out that far? Okay.
The Dweebs. Have you heard of them?
No, that's the name? The Dweebs?
The Dweebs.
No, I haven't. I thought that was an insult at first. I've been called worse. So
I've seen them at Riverside Casino a couple times.
that's cool.
And so,
Yeah.
booked them already. So
That's super
So
cool.
we've
Yeah.
committed.
Yeah,
We're going
so-
down the road.
Yeah. So if you're not busy enough already with, your full-time jobs at
Yeah.
Bayer and MPW respectively, and your families and everything else, Almost Friday Fest will be back for 2020.
yeah.
Bigger and better.
I would like to suggest a band that's just very self-serving. Speaking of bands I've seen at Riverside, the Flux Capacitors
Oh,
are they might be from Los Angeles, but all of the members dress like Back to the Future characters, and it's like a really
Really?
fun 80s cover band. Just putting it out there. I don't know if people
All
would
right.
like
can
it
you
or
give
not.
us a deal with them?
I gave you a suggestion, so that's my deal. I don't know. I mean, they're probably from too far away. But the Dweebs are coming in, so that's super exciting.
Check them
yeah.
out because they dress like nerds.
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah.
That's the shtick. I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
And I'll
It's
tell you
kinda
what.
cool.
Listen, Aftershock will put on a fantastic
Yes,
they
show
will.
next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all songs that you know, just like with Crazy Delicious.
You know all the words.
Right, you know
Yeah.
all the words, they sound
Oh,
good.
there's the Dweebs right
Dweebs. Oh my gosh, please zoom in on the cover photo, Chad. Oh, these guys and gals look fantastic.
Yeah.
They're a fun crowd band.
Yeah,
And
they
that's-
get the crowd into it.
Right.
So,
You know,
yeah.
a lot of these bands, they get it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Aftershock gets it.
They
They're,
get it, yeah.
They're a
For
tight
sure.
band. Musically, they'll sound good.
Yep.
It'll be all the songs that you can know and sing along to. They dress the part because it adds to it. And then it becomes more than just, it's a show. Really,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
really exciting. So again, as far as you at home watching, you just have to show up. And I'll say, you know, people just kept pouring in.
I know.
Right? I think
Yes.
my wife and kids showed up at 7, and they weren't the only people that were getting
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
at 7. We want you to get there at 5 or 5:30 or 6 certainly, but don't feel like you know you're going to miss anything if you get there at
Right.
7, because I couldn't believe it. I
Yeah.
mean, people were just it was one of those things, and I said this to somebody, and it wasn't meant to be an insult. I said I didn't feel like I was in Muscatine at that moment
Yes.
because so many different groups over the years have tried to get that many people in one place, and sometimes it works.
We deserve a high
Sometimes
five on that one.
Sometimes it doesn't, but my gosh, it was great. So please, if you're watching, show up
Please.
Please
downtown.
come.
They've done all the legwork.
Yeah.
Just
And
come
they're
and have fun.
Committing to it next year
Yeah, right.
already by booking bands. I love it. It'll be a great party. Rhonda says, good job, ladies. Rhonda Lecher, maybe? Lencher?
Oh, Lechner.
Lechner. Sorry, I was
Lechner.
close.
Hi,
Sorry
Rhonda.
about that, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda.
Aftershock is awesome. Very good time. The vendors are great. You know, I think of folks like Cord Kleist, who's got this new barbecue
Yep.
thing he's doing, Skinny's Barbecue,
He'll
which is
be
fitting
there.
because he's very skinny. Sold out of food,
Yep.
right? So
And
that's
then got
where
to enjoy the fun.
Right, but that's where, like, if you're watching, if you can get there before 7, you should, because, like, some of these food vendors were like, I've never seen this many people on the riverfront. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So, and you have a lot of good support. I sent Chad a graphic that you guys shared the other day with some of the, probably the larger
Our major
platinum,
sponsors.
the
yeah.
Yep.
major sponsors.
Yes.
And it's one of those things, you know, we just talking to Jim Hayes and Shannon with Crossroads about how they've got their carnival on the 24th and the support that they have, and we look again right here at Almost Friday Fest, and check this out.
But we have lots of small.
Oh, it's
We
unbelievable
do,
the amount of
yeah.
sponsors you
The
have.
sponsors and the
Everybody
the
is on board with
volunteers
this.
and
They
yeah.
are.
Mhm.
And we had people say, hey, we want to give you some money. We want to be a sponsor.
That's awesome.
As we kept going down that road, and next year, that's
Yeah.
why we've said we'll do it, and why we've started booking bands already, is
Yeah.
because the community is behind us, and if they're gonna push us through this,
Yep.
then we'll do it for them.
I feel like I sponsored the beer tent last month. So.
Well, good. Keep that up.
Yeah. Little known fact, you can buy beer tickets with plastic. So
Yes.
Sure. You
there's
bet.
a chip reader, which is genius because it's well thought out.
We don't want to turn any money away.
I just want to share a quick story, and I don't know if I told either. Maybe I did. I can't remember. Like we see each other a lot. We email each other a lot. I share my story from July. I got on the golf cart, got on the stage, walked off the stage, walked over to the beer tent, and Sean Schrader is and his wife Melissa, right?
Yep.
A couple of the volunteers running the beer tent. And again,
Yeah.
Sean's the plant manager at Bayer, formerly Monsanto, and
Yep.
I
Very
mean, like,
community
but he's the
supportive.
guy.
Yes.
And how many people work down there? A couple hundred.
450.
Just 450.
Yeah.
So Sean, I'd known Sean. He's been on this show, and he says, "This is what he said to me." He's like, "Hey Tony, how you doing? I can do a pretty good Sean, but I won't.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Go
on.
ahead, do it.
I don't want.
Come on.
I mimic people for you. I was like, "Hey Tony, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey Sean," and he goes, "How's Pickles?" And I was like, "My kid's hamster?" And he's like, "Yeah, I read the article." And I was like, "You read the article about my kid's hamster Pickles escaping from his cage?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I did." And he goes, one year for Father's Day, I got a dog that I didn't know I needed. And it was just this great moment. And it's like, this guy's in charge of 450 people, and he read my hamster story.
Yeah.
And
We
he's
love
down
Muscatine.
here.
That's
That is
why
so
we
Muscatine.
love Muscatine.
Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
and Melissa was just in here this morning, his wife, and like for them to have been here only 2 years.
No, he's
Oh.
been here 4 now.
4 years.
Yeah, almost 4.5.
Gosh,
I
time
think, 4 or
goes.
5.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I know,
Anyways,
right?
he's been here longer than I realized. They jumped in
Yeah.
with both feet, and they're the same people that were out to dinner when the MCSA fireworks tent got blown over by the storm,
Yeah.
and then they pulled into the lot here and helped.
And helped, yeah.
So I just hope that if you're watching, you understand that people genuinely care. And as much as it is, you know, the perception can be, well, you got these sponsors, they just write a check. No, they're there.
They
They're
are.
like Tantera, Dave Riggin and his crew
Yeah.
were like, the next wave of volunteers, and there's something to be said about the amount of volunteers that you have.
We have had no problems with volunteers. It has been amazing. Not only have they supported us in the sponsorships, they've showed up to help us set up, help us stake down. They've stayed, and you know, it's been great.
It's impressive when you see people that, again, like both of you, work and have lives and families, but then are committed, because when you have an event like Almost Friday Fest and it is a success, it is a very good signal for Muscatine. It's like shooting a flare gun into the sky. Like, it's a very good sign. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of very cool like drone pictures and stuff. There's Chef Tess walking right there. Hi, Chef Tess! We got to say hi. We love Chef Tess. She's doing some shopping. Probably didn't want to be called out. I'm always going to call out Chef Tess when we see her.
That's right.
We miss you. Come back. But no, it's a good sign. It's a good, like, you know, you can take the temperature of a community when you can see 1,500 people.
Right.
Right? And
We're hoping to double that.
The funny thing is, we still have people telling us on a daily basis, we didn't know about this.
What are we
How
going
do
to
you
do?
get it out
You
there?
want me to get Almost Friday Fest tattoo?
Yeah, would you?
Maybe. My wife keeps asking me, what do you want for your birthday? And I think I might get a tattoo. I haven't gotten one in a while. So I'm willing for suggestions.
Cool.
Not here, of course. But maybe somewhere. It could be Almost Friday Fest coming 2020. Just look for all the people along the river. What else do we have to tell people? Like, we can't spell it out any more clear. But it is, it's really exciting. And again, it's next Thursday.
Yep.
Chris and Brenda would be here next week. But again, I'm off next week, so we're a little bit ahead of the game. But I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Keep Muscatine Beautiful on Facebook is where you can get some good information. There's a Facebook event for it. AlmostFridayFest.org is the website.
Yep.
And again, at this point, you just show up and you have a good time, right?
That's all we want. Have a good
Listen
time.
to the band, support the vendors, say hi to people. You'll see so many friends and neighbors. Mike Church, who's runs the meat department here, was there last month. And then the next day on Friday, he said, it was like a high school reunion for me.
Right.
What a great feeling for him.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that's been here his whole life. And I don't know. I had a lot of good conversations, saw a lot of people. And I hope that if you're watching, you come out and support it. I mean,
Please
just
do.
in droves, they were just coming down Iowa Avenue into the riverfront. So it's going to be awesome. All right, Chris Bohr, Brenda Christensen, thanks for being here. Almost Friday Fest. Next Thursday, August 22nd. Starts after 5, bounce houses, a lot of fun. The lineup for music has been so strong. Started with Tim Stopp, Crazy Delicious, Aftershock. It's next Thursday. September 26th will feature Joey Pete and then Funktastic 5. Holy moly, that'll be a fun one. And then after it gets over, go into downtown and support those businesses that are working every day to do what they're doing, provide good service and good. I don't know. I was at the Brew last night talking to a couple about a wedding, and it's nice to see downtown thriving, and this event is
really
helping
is.
in a big way. All right, thank you for being here. Great
Thank
to see you.
you.
I like
Good
the
to see you.
announcement.
Yes.
Breaking news,
Breaking
Funktastic
news.
5. And maybe next year's event we could get the My Pillow guy to sponsor. Look at this. Could you imagine if we could throw pillows off the stage at everybody?
Could you work on that for us?
Yeah, I think
All
I
right.
might have found my Halloween costume, by the way. I'm just like a
I think you
shave
wouldn't have
away.
to do much. I know.
You are.
Hold on, I have to take my glasses off.
Oh, you can do this.
This could be my costume. Look how easy this is. I just got to get
You just
the
got
necklace.
to carry a pillow
I just got to
around.
get the cross necklace, and I'm good. This dude made a lot of money, y'all. I'm not. He's like he. I don't know if you've seen those infomercials, but
He was at
Listen,
the fair when I was there last Friday.
of course he was at the fair.
Wow.
Why wouldn't he be at the fair? Listen, Mike Lindell, you're missing a good opportunity in Muscatine, Iowa. You should sponsor Almost Friday Fest.
There you go.
Give me an endorsement deal.
Yeah.
All right. This is it's a giant thing. Goodness gracious. All right. Thank you for being here. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks, Tony.
Chris Anderson says hi, by the way, on Facebook. So,
good.
hello, Chris, with Discover Muscatine. All right. So, wow, there's a lot going on in this town, y'all. If you think about next week, right? We just told you. Almost Friday Fest is on Thursday, August 22nd. You could kind of take a breather on Friday the 23rd and then Saturday 24th. Stop by Crossroads and see Jim Hayes and Shannon with the Crossroads Carnival. So again, when people say there's nothing going on in this town, the answer is there's always something going on in this town. This is a good pillow. I'm not kidding you. I like that it has a 10-year warranty. So are you saying that I could like call Mike and say, hey, Mike, I got this pillow 5 years ago. This pillow has a better warranty than the TV that my kid broke the other night. Let that sink in. That makes sense. No, it doesn't. It's a quality product you can find in aisle 11 here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Can I do that for... I was going to go as Hopper from Stranger Things, who also has a nice mustache. That's why I'm not shaving, because for Halloween, I just plan on taking this part out and having the mustache. So maybe that is the best Halloween costume idea. I don't know. All right. I mentioned it is... That's why I keep showing the My Pillow. It's National Relaxation Day, so hopefully you get to relax at some point today. It also seems like it's going to be a full moon tonight, so watch out for werewolves. And if you see a werewolf sipping a pina colada at Trader Vic's, you should call Warren Zevon immediately. That's a Werewolves of London reference. If you're playing along at home and you got that, you're welcome for that. He's still got his rock and roll knowledge, everybody. The late, great Warren Zevon, by the way. All right, so a couple things to mention. Thursday night steak dinner, right? So if you don't want to cook tonight, starting at 4 o'clock, we'll get you taken care of. Come into the store, steak, potatoes, vegetable, ready to go. It's that easy. I don't know what else to tell you. We got it every Thursday. We're taking care of you. And if you don't want to cook, come in. We'll get it. It's all good. Like, let us do the work for you. We'll get you all squared away. We've got another good-looking fuel saver flyer in the store. Great opportunities to save. You know, I love talking to you about the fuel savers. Had a lady on Monday, I told you, saved like $1.80 off per gallon. People don't pay full price at the pump. They don't. And there's so many products. As we're sitting here, I can look around and just see things with different fuel savers on them. So please grab a flyer, save some money, and you're good to go. Okay? That's all you need to know. And what else can I tell you? We're almost running out of time, but Market Grill Express has an app that's slick. You can download that. Aisles Online has an app, and then you can come into the store if you like to see people. Maybe you're like, I don't want all these apps, Tony. Well, that's the flyer right there. You come in the store, you grab it. It's tangible. It's a nice piece of paper. Shout out to Sycamore for printing everything for me. Bakery Fresh buns are on there. Fiesta trays, Stacy's, pita chips, Jose Cuervo I can see there. Some calzones, Rosada Moscato d'Asti, that wine and spirits. Just Because bouquet, or as some people say, baquette. I don't know if anybody really says baquette. Meat department's represented with some chicken griller patties. You can see some sandwich shop wraps. All looks good. You're going to save $1.51 off per gallon if you bought everything on that flyer. Wow! $1.51 off per gallon is a big deal. That's a lot of money to save. I just waved to a guy that didn't see me, so I do that sometimes. I wave at people and then they don't see me. That's okay. It's a thought that counts, isn't it? Okay. I think I'm good. I mentioned everything. And then good, Chad. We should mention this. This is in the Discover Muscatine newspaper this week. The insert that we have talking about next week in the re-grand opening of the Market Grill Express. And check it out. Starting on Monday. Oh my gosh. Burger, fries, and a drink for $5.99? That's a great deal. Most of the burger prices every day are between $8 and $9. And then you're talking about getting a fountain drink added in there, or you could add a domestic beer for $1. Kids eat free. So you pay for your meal, your kids free. That's awesome. Grand buffet will start on Monday. That's a great deal. You can eat literally anything you want for $9.99. And then if you scroll down, and on the back side of that, friends, we're talking about ways to raise money for your organization. And I'm so thankful. Took a phone call yesterday from some friends at L&M. They're going to be in the house doing one of the store takeovers. I think the MHS Coral Booster Club is going to look at one of the charity nights. You can see right there. The Coral Booster also going to take over the store. A lot of opportunities for your organization to succeed. There's also some of these discount cards that we're working on. It's awesome. Fundraising card, I guess it's called, but it's got some great savings on there. We're kind of finalizing that. So let me know if you want to take part, if you want to get signed up for a Tuesday night store takeover or a Thursday night in the Market Grill Express. We're happy to have you. And it's a good way. I mean, you think about that Tuesday store takeover for 3 hours. If you brought 50 people to buy groceries and then you took 5% of the sales for 3 hours, like that's kind of awesome. And really excited about that. Okay, and definitely don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I will, because I think it is going to happen. In the next couple months, we'll have another event here on a Saturday or Sunday with Herky, the Hawkeye mascot. So that'll be cool. We did that last March, I think it was. Maybe, I'm trying to think if it was even longer ago than that. Maybe it was in March of, yeah, I don't know. It was in March 2018, I'm pretty sure, is when we did that. Sometimes I have no sense of time, everybody. March 2018, we did breakfast with Herky, and we are working on getting that set up with our friends at the Atlantic Bottling Company, which is, of course, Coca-Cola. So shout out to Jeff and the crew. They made it happen the first time we did it with the University of Iowa. It's the legitimate mascot, y'all. Herky the Hawkeye, coming in hot. So don't miss that. Pay attention to the Facebook page. We'll give you all the details on if that is going to happen, and more like when is it going to happen, okay? All right, I want to thank our guests for being here. They did a fantastic job. Always fun talking to Jim Hayes, Executive Director with Crossroads at Muscatine, and Shannon Johnson with Crossroads. The Crossroads Carnival is Saturday, August 24th at Crossroads, 1424 Hauser Street. Over 70 clients work at Crossroads. 70 adults with intellectual or physical disabilities have a job and a place to go, and love Crossroads, love everybody there. And I mean that. I look forward to seeing them. And thanks to Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen with Almost Friday Fest coming up next Thursday, August 22nd, downtown Muscatine. Nearly 1,500 people last month were there. It's free to attend, live music from the band Aftershock, and it is going to be awesome. Don't miss out on the fun next Thursday, Almost Friday Fest. One more show this week. Tomorrow, Friday the 16th, we'll talk to Don Lamp, or Lampy. Not sure how to say it. Haven't met him yet. But he's with Team Staffing, Operations Manager. He'll be here. Abby Curtis will be here. She's also watching on Facebook right now, so shout out to Abby. We'll talk about Team Staffing, all the things that they have going on, of course, the opportunities to get a job. And Team Staffing really excited to be part of Over the Edge this year, so we're happy for them to be involved in that capacity. And then later on tomorrow's show at 9 a.m., we'll chat with Ashley Lovelace and Sherry Reno. I hope I'm getting that right. Ashley Lovelace for sure. Sherry Reno talking about Relay for Life coming up in just a matter of a few weeks here in Muscatine. So another show where we'll have a guest at 8:30 and guests at 9 a.m. That'll be tomorrow on Friday. Thank you for watching. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Saw Bob Howard, the president of CBI, in the store yesterday. I'm like, Bob, what are you doing? You know what he was doing? He was buying treats for the Muscatine locations. That's what I'm talking about. The president of the bank was here buying stuff to give to his employees. He's a good guy. So shout out to you, B.O.B., Bob Howard. So, and thanks for the aisle cam support, by the way. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine, TJ Deere, Jimmy Greenhaw, and the crew for their support with the Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam and Team Staffing. The job board, we'll have that tomorrow, and we'll talk to Don and Abby right here on the program. If you need anything from me, my email address is on the screen, hyveetoday@gmail.com. Thank you to all the people that have reached out to me that read the column, the Talk of the Town with Tony Tone column that was in the Discover Muscatine this week, talked about resetting the diet, several emails, and a half a dozen people yesterday in the store alone, some people that I don't even know. So I appreciate you reading that. You can find the article online at discovermuscatine.com or in your newspaper in your mailbox. Hopefully you got that this week. All right, one more show and then a week off. Woo, sprinting. I really just got to get to 3 o'clock on Sunday because I've got, the rest of the day today. We do this show in the morning. Then I got tomorrow. I got something tomorrow night I'm doing. I'm DJing a wedding on Saturday. Got my brother-in-law's birthday at my house, party on Sunday. So 3 o'clock on Sunday, I will be in relaxation mode, and I'll have my MyPillow. Oh, Michael. Hey, it's relaxation day, and if you need a pillow, did you know you can find MyPillows in aisle 11 here at the Hy-Vee? Can I use my employee discount on this? I don't see why not. Is that my Halloween costume? Our shirt almost matches. Mike, you want to sponsor the show? We'd love to have you. I will do the show from a bed with MyPillow. I am a sellout. I got kids. I got bills. Let's make a deal. What do you think? He's like, I already made a deal with Hy-Vee. I don't even know who this guy is. But anyways, happy National Relaxation Day. And we will see you all. It's very light. We'll see you all tomorrow live at 8:30 or replaying the show on Muscatine Power and Water Channel 5 at 7:30 or 10:30 p.m. That's it. We done. Goodbye.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.